I'm quite impressed by how powerful Fractured is. This was released in 2019, directed by Brad Anderson and written by Alan B. McElroy. And the description, I watched this on Netflix, the description on Netflix sounded amazing. And from IMDb, it says, a couple stops at a gas station where their 6-year-old daughter's arm is fractured. They hurry to a hospital. Something strange is going on there. The wife and daughter go missing. So Ray Monroe, played by Sam Worthington, takes his family, his current wife Joanne and their daughter Peri, to this hospital, and only one person's allowed to be admitted with the daughter. So his wife and child go into a separate room to get examined and looked at, and he waits and waits and waits, and eventually he realises that something's not right. He queries it. Nobody in the hospital remembers seeing Joanne or Peri. There's no evidence that they were ever there, and he explores this to try and get to the bottom of what exactly is going on in the hospital and where his family are. Now, I won't spoil any of this just now, but at the end of this discussion I will mention what happens because I really want to discuss it. But I will say I did not expect where this was going, and I kind of realised about the halfway mark, about 50 minutes in, I realised actually I know what this is trying to do and I know the story it's telling, but I still didn't know the specific details of what had happened. So even though I'd kind of worked out what they were trying to do with this narrative, I didn't know how that was going to unfold. So I was still kind of engaged to watch it. So the narrative is thrilling, really gripping. It's eerie from the beginning. It starts off they're in a car, and I was sitting there thinking that car's going to go off the road or something, which, you know, it doesn't happen. That's not how the fracture happened. I won't tell you how it happened, but the scene where the fracture happened is really intimidating. And a lot of this is because of the sound, the soundtrack, the music, the effects. They're so eerie and sinister, and that's right throughout. There's quite a dark shadow cast over the majority of the film as well, which really kind of sucks you in and pulls you under it, and it's just visually and audibly so eerie and creepy, and it works on so many levels. The acting as well is fantastic. As I said, Worthington plays Monroe, who does a fantastic job. Joanne is played by Lily Rabe, and Peri is played by Lucy Capri, a lovely, fantastic young actress who does a really good job with this slightly emotional child. And the film itself doesn't seem to be overly well received. It's got 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb, which is really respectable, but it has a Metascore from Metacritic of 36, which I think is harsh and a bit rubbish, to be honest, because it's a really thrilling film. This is the kind of thing I love to read in a novel as well as watching on screen. This is my kind of narrative development, and it really works. There's no real light relief at all, which is unusual, because most thrillers will have at least a couple of moments of light relief where we can breathe before the action continues. This throws you in at the deep end and doesn't take you out. Even at the end, you're still there. It's intense. And from now on, I will spoil it. So what happened? What actually happened? Spoilers from now. The big twist. I knew about halfway through that they were never there. He wasn't the one who was right. His family were never there. But I didn't know why his family weren't there, and I didn't work out what had happened. And when we see that unfolding and being revealed, it's really intense and it's so gripping. There is nothing about this film I do not like. I like the acting. I like how eerie it is. I like the music a lot. And I like the development of the narrative. I like how things are revealed to us. The pacing's very good. Yes, I worked out about halfway through the principles of what was going on, but the specifics were still kept under wraps until a decent time. Honestly, a lovely film with some brilliant twists, a fantastic narrative, an absolute delight to watch, and I thoroughly recommend it.